What's up, Hippo lovers? TheMax+Villese against Mr. Yo+Lyx. Best of 5 series coming your way. We're starting off with a chaotic chaos pit game. Let's jump directly into it. It is lagging a bit at the start, but we'll be fine after that. We had some lag issues here, and this is chaos pit for you. Right hand side is TheMax in the bottom, left hand side in the bottom is Villese. They are playing against the two top players here, Mr. Yo+Lyx. We have Franks and Byzantine war, and as we can see, it is a stable opening from the two right hand side Franks players, and the two left hand side Byzantine players are opening with an archery range. We have Lyx even starting with the barracks here. We're starting a Feudal age with medium resources. And now the first engagement over here. We need to see Lyx disengaging. He's playing with archers, and I know that it looks a bit laggy for now, but will be better in 1 or 2 minutes. And when we're properly in the game, sorry about that here. It is coming from Vulby, it's not the capture age thing. We will see some nice quick walls here from TheMax here at the 3.5 minute mark. And here we go, proper live games, and oh boy, we have the Yo breaking through a wall behind us. Can the villager get home? And she will not survive this one. As we can see, all the overlays here in the bottom, I can re-explain them a bit later. Some HP lost here on Mr. Lyx. We have way more HP on that side for Villese, and I want to see a big double. Oh, already some shenanigans here at the top. Orange and red, not our prettiest colors to see, but I think it should in the end still be absolutely visible for us, especially with the HP bars. Should be fine. Now focusing down the spearmen. No, there are no spearmen, so one scout alone will clear this up. TheMax idols around next to it could help out with that, but not really needed. Meanwhile, Yo was helping, or Yo was trying to find some damage against TheMax, but couldn't really do it. Frank's incredibly good here because you're starting with double barracks and some deer in the back, so massive amount of scouts could be an option. Now the move in here against Lyx, who is in some troubles. Let's take a look how he will be able to defend this. Overall military count is something we can see here now. This is the overlay. So Yo+Lyx with higher numbers, but TheMax for now having the hill advantage, and Yo was out of position, only now coming over. That means Lyx is fighting on his own for now. The scouts of Yo finally here, now maybe taking the engagement. No archers around here, and finally Lyx can back on to work. Has only 13 villagers though, quite a lot of losses for him already. 5-5, so he was the most active fighter here for sure. But Yo, he is pushing away all those army. Left hand side he keeps 3 chasing, and at the right hand side he stays active as well. Needs to go back there, beautiful move. Will try to snag a villager. Will he get her? Looks like, yeah, even getting a downhill hit. And snags her. Beautiful play by Mr. Yo. And is getting away here as well. Nice, efficient play by him. And as we can see, so far, Lyx with 2 villagers behind. And we have a small pause. Doesn't look like Finland. Why? This is Suomi's home map indeed. And some walls to the right hand side, still super open here for TheMax, for everyone who wants to see the full map. This is Chaos Pit. We are starting in the center without any gold and only 2 tiles of stone per player, trying to chop ourselves out to get some extra gold and the stone. The tournament is called Clash of the Hippo. Coming in force ECL colors for each team. Teal and orange versus blue and red is not the best. I have in the rules that they're not allowed to change their colors. But yeah, that probably makes sense even against uneven colors. I will ask them in between games if I can catch them. Would be no problem if red and orange were in the same team. That's actually true. Yeah, that's what ECL colors are even colors against uneven colors. Could have been an option. And Yo for now already starting to chop on the outside here. There are some people making an argument that you can build the lumber camp 1 tile away so that the villagers chop out a bit quicker there. Lyx even building his first lumber camp at another spot. Should we maybe quickly check if everyone is still in the game, or are we just trusting them? Not too much happening at the moment. I can re-explain the overlays here. We have villager count, we have idle villagers, military, overall population, wood count, food count, gold count, stone count, how much army value we have, how many castles we have, how much of that army is in gold percentage, KDs as you all know it, and the gathering rates that are not efficient or not working at the moment. Oh, and the game ended. So we will take a look into this. Did we have a drop something? Or did just my age drop? This is weird. This is weird. Might have been on my end. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up now, and sorry for the delay. We are jumping into capture age again. Should be unfortunate lag for you at the start again, but well, we'll still make it happen for sure. And capture age, here we go. Okay, and here we're in the situation that we had before. Now running around, we are trying to see everything really fast. Could be a bit confusing for you now, but we want to catch up with the live games, and then everything should be better again. Lots of scouts moving around. We have some fights over here. Let's take a look. Do we have any big engagements? For now, Yo just sitting this one out. Villese and TheMax are moving to the right hand side, trying to find some damage here. Can we have some walls behind? Builds another gate. Where is Lyx coming over here from the left hand side to take a better engagement together? And now this is the most important fight here. Yo, it seems to be won by the Finns even. That should never happen. Clearing up at home, but with the second wave clears it up here for the Chinese team, and now we are back into the live games. Sorry for the hiccup here. And is the villager allowing those in? Yes, but TheMax is not going for it. He is going back. Didn't want to get trapped apparently. Didn't want to trade off 1 or 2 villagers. And yeah, the issue was, I believe, my age of empires crashing on Woobly, so it wasn't on capture age. As you can see, everything looks pretty fine here. And that being said, I jump outside of the map. 5 scouts now queued here for TheMax. And he's going for the double stable play with the Franks. Wheelbarrow now for him as well. Get some more snipes against Mr. Yo. Can we see villagers going down? At least one, second one as well. Archer, skirmishers are coming over. That is Villese army. And where is Lyx? He is sitting at only 40 military compared to 10 and 17. So Yo in some troubles here for sure. Let's take a look how he's trying to defend this. Has only one stable. Did go for the market and blacksmith. So only one stable production for him. As you can see, TheMax, he has endless amount of scouts queued up. I have no idea where he's getting all his resources from. Seems like, well, quite some extra food here at the side. Did go for the triple mill even. Now some on wood. And is getting the raid in the back here. Looks completely unprotected at that angle. And oh boy, will snack some of those villagers away for sure. How many kills is he getting? Okay, gets 1 for the start. Villager counts overall pretty even. But there are no spearmen. Only 1 now coming over. Yo simply not having the scout numbers to really stop this as well, and maybe can get the fight against all those skirmishers and even that out a bit more. But for now, TheMax just with a huge raid. 3 spearmen over here taking the engagement, and they are moving in, getting the fight at the top. Left hand side is continuing as well. The spearmen are going down, and now Yo should clear up all the skirmishers. Meanwhile, the spearmen should clear up the army here of TheMax. Or is it because the scouts are getting away? This is actually still an okayish fight for the Finns, I believe. Let's take a look at all the army value here. It's a bit higher for TheMax and Villese, especially because now he's sending in another 6 scouts coming from the side. Spearman numbers are really low. Some army is idle over here. TheMax even clicking up to castle age. How is that even possible? He should not have any gold mined yet. Indeed, he's trying to get out, and that's just a massive army. Is he maybe able to squeeze in through here? It looks like it looks no walls. Okay, now goes for one palisade wall, second palisade wall. Did he not have enough wood to build a house here? Feels a bit like it. And the Max is just playing out of his mind. Meanwhile, we're trying to set up his team wall in between them. Scout production continues, as we can see. It's at 13 scouts for now. And some walls behind there, and Lyx simply not walling himself there was kind of ugly for him. Let's take a look now. Another engagement here, and Yo, he is just not having any scout production at the moment. This looks really good for the Finns to take maybe game number 1 of this series. Overall population is only 6 higher. That's a bit surprising to me. Maybe because Lyx has so much army, so many skirmishes here. But what are skirmishes really worth if your opponent is reaching castle age any second? Max is an absolute beast, especially on those settings as well. And he, yeah, was one of the guys giving me feedback for those maps. I asked, like, basically all, or one player of each team, what do you think about those maps? And the Max says, most of those maps are pretty much impossible to wall. I love that, and he is just ready to really kill a lot of villagers. Wheelbarrow now for Yo should be, yeah, the first one out of his team, and we see the instant GG after the Max already get castle age. Sorry for the small hiccup there with age dropping, but well, very action-packed games makes it rough to miss a single second. GG, well played. And the Max and Belize are taking game number 1 here. Their home map, Chaos Pit, with a pretty aggressive play and just massive amount of scouts out. I think the big difference was that Villese only went for skirmishes. Or where was his barracks? Oh, the barracks was over here as well. But he opened with a archer range first, and then the barracks a bit later, and then had some nice advantages. And the spearmen of Lyx simply couldn't really get the damage done. The Max just so much more active. They did get some raids against Yo, who had a way more open base here with the 2 berries far away from him. Compare that to the Max, who had the berries very close to him. What's the name of this map? Chaos Pit, as you can see in the bottom left here. Okay, so we have now Chaos Pit in the books. Let's take a look what we will have next. It will be Arabia, the home map of Yo and Lyx. Our achievements for game number 1 say that the Max, obviously with the highest score, did get massive amount of kills, although Lyx had the greatest army and highest kills for him, though. A lot of skirmishes lost, and gold already collected by Villese, so he did get to the outside, the only one there. And yeah, the Max got castle age. That meant GT timing for the Finns. Okay, I can message Villese and Lyx or something that they shouldn't go for orange and red. Would be nice if you could avoid orange and red against each other. I messaged Villese and Mr. Yo. Let's see if they will follow up on that. Not too sure. Why both teams went Byzantines on this map? Oh, they're already jumping into the game, so color won't be changed. And well, we're starting without gold, and therefore going for massive amount of trash. It's just really, really good, and you instantly have a pretty strong fighting army with mass skirmishers and spearmen. Please always orange. Well, looks always red. What can we do? They will just play with it, and well, we will work around with that. Arabia next should be good for as white team 1-0 lead now, updated by me as well. Is a functional like team color coming CA, especially since you won't need use yellow. Pool price? Prize pool at the bottom to be seen. 50% of all donations are going into it. All G, not really viable in team games, no. Because every time you switch the player, then the colors of everyone change. So that shouldn't really work out. But as they said, there are options already. I simply don't know them yet. Maybe we can get something working out for tomorrow, or the players will just be a bit nicer to us and pick better ones. What do you mean by our streamers? Well, it is open streaming and more streamers will join the cast here as well. And let's take a look. Fog of War off, Capture Age on. And here we go. Clash of the Hippo 5, quarterfinal number 2. Villese and TheMax against Yo and Lyx. Here the home map of Lyx and Yo. We will see blue and red here, our Chinese players or players from China. And on the other side, we will have the two Finns. And it looks like we have a one stable opening from Villese and a stable opening from... What? Am I confused? Red. Yeah. Lyx is opening with a stable. So is Yo, who is instantly going for market for a change. And we have a stable opening from TheMax, but an archer opening from Villese. So a small different approach here. Let's take a look how we are doubling and the market early on. I'm curious to see how that will play out. Now gets the first boar nice and early. Wants to keep his eco rolling. Let's take a look what TheMax can do with all of his scouts. So far, all the villagers are under the TC, except the ones from Villese. But he is getting archers out. I'm a bit surprised. I think with that opening, going for the wood upgrade early on is pretty nice as well. Yeah, archer in the back. Let's see how they will play this out. A lot of people say, oh, everyone goes archers. But I personally am very sure that an archer opening has to be strong with that as well, especially if you have such a good map with defensive woodland, defensive gold as well. Let's take a look. First 4 scouts of Lyx are now coming in. He's playing the hunt. Might snag the first villager here, and he goes down instantly without any losses and tries to fight down the first archers. Shouldn't really happen. Trades 1 for 1. Not the most important damage dealt here. This is capture rate. Yes, indeed. It is. Meanwhile, not really having an engagement here. Yo going for quite some scouts. Obviously, the market was cheaper for him, being Malians as well. Let's take a look what players are seeing here. So those are the 4 players. We have the scout advancing at that side. We have TheMax camping in the left-hand side. Scouts trying to find some openings here, but Villese is fine. The next attack of Mr. Yo shouldn't really work out for him. I don't really see too much damage being dealt. One scout being attacked here, and that's what I learned from the Heresy team chat. If you go against an archer player, just make sure to always lame his boar and just keep his eco a bit more inefficient. Meanwhile, we have the big fight over here. I think this shouldn't really work out for Mr. Yo. Why is he taking this fight? Even getting debated away from TheMax here. What a beautiful move. And how many losses did we have? It feels like Yo still has 2 more scouts, so trying to stay active here. Gets another scout killed. Oh, this is actually not too bad for him. Has now 4-3 KD and idled quite a lot of villagers. Can he get some more scouts in there? One is coming. That's all on the minimap. And snacks another villager. Great move here. And Yo staying super, super active and has a better start. But Slavs, well, they don't shine with the early opening. They shine a bit more when we are... yeah, getting the big farm amounts up. And now look at that. Mr. Lyx is coming over as well. Ignores Villese for now. And how many villagers can he snag those? Quick walls won't really happen. And TheMax, he might lose that one. Did delete the walls, but still losses here. And suddenly he's looking at 14 villagers. Villese at 17. And the 2 Chinese at 18. Archer. Now moving forward, he feels like, okay, that's my time to go for the mill as well. And Archers are moving out, and those are kind of scary. But skirm production already started from Lyx. Nice move here. No blacksmith though to go for fletching as his own defense. And then you need quite a lot of skirms to really defend those 8 archers if you don't have any upgrades yourself. How are they looking? +1 attack, no defense for now. Eco upgrades, as you can see, the 2 Chinese players already with some of those. TheMax didn't go for a single upgrade yet, wants to make sure that he is safe first. Villager here is getting sniped. Looks in some trouble. How many skirms does he have? 4 out now. And is he sending his army back? Looks like yes, looks like the team play. And the archers are moving in. I think this shouldn't really work out. Let's take a look. Army value would be way better for Villese, but as we all know, skirm's kind of the counter to those archers, even deleting that palisade, and now is moving in for the kill. Let's take a look. The scouts should come from the side, and indeed now they're joining the field. This is not even a fair fight. Skirmishers are jumping around, and should get cleared up pretty soon. Fletching for Lyx as well. Is still trying to micro some. Now the move in here. And Villese will be completely cleared up. TheMax is completely out of position with his scouts in the center of the map. As we can see over here. Could not really help him out. And this is getting just smashed down. What a nice move here for the players from Asia against our European players here from Suomi. Getting some kills now over here, and or at least one villager, but oh, actually saving that villager. Nice move here. Some more scouts of TheMax out. Okay, how are villagers looking? Lyx lost quite a bit here at 22, or needed to idle his TC apparently, but is now ready to go for the counter attack. Villagers at the front kind of exposed. Scouts can do quite a lot of damage, but well, he doesn't want to lose his scouts to the skirmishers. Gets a good volley off. Meanwhile, a fight in the center here looked pretty even. Villese with a +1 defense now. TheMax with his own base. But only 25 villagers. Small time to take a breather. Let's take a look. Skirms are now getting some kills here. Is he fighting on the TC? Not really, but only 3 skirmishers. But it's only 5 archers as well. So military not that scary. Let's take a look. Can he get some more kills? Tries to get the good micro rolling. Oh, scouts start trying to stay annoying here. We can see still more archer production, scout production, archer production, and at the moment Yo is not building anything. Just wheelbarrow from him sends some of his scouts back, and they either want to make some team walls happen or just wall themselves. I think team walls could make a lot of sense. Ah yeah, and Yo had the early market, so he should know. And what a weird mining camp by him. I'm a bit confused by that, especially because he had so many good gold spots in the back. Did he not see those earlier? He should know about them. I'm a bit surprised. But that was intercepted as well. TheMax just stays very active. Has a lot of farms now working for himself. 30 villagers. Lyx with 26. A bit behind. Archers are now moving out again. But I'm not sure if they will find any real damage. The X in the center of the map. So that's where they want to go. Scouts here. Archers are now being produced by Lyx. He maybe wants to transition into Cav archers after that. Now archer range number 2 being added. Goes for some more walls. Wants to control all that area. Quite a lot of villages on gold. Let's take a look. This could maybe be a big engagement. TheMax and Lyx here. Yo is not having a lot of military. He only has 2 military in general. What is happening there? He has enough resources to click up to Castle Age. But that's not really what he is looking for, right? If his teammate is already dying, yeah, he is now up to Castle Age. The second highest player is Villese with 660 food. Lyx can click up pretty soon as well, but he will be in some troubles. Now the attack here. Bloodlines even added for TheMax, so that will be quite some scary army. Yo is around, but he is not sending too much. And TheMax, he is sending more and more. There's a really tricky spot for Lyx. How can he defend this without any reasonable production? He is going for some more skirmishes now. Doesn't have any on the field though. Maybe sniping down those archers would be fine for him, and that's what they are doing now. TheMax with a bit of a misplay in my opinion, and it looks like what a nice clear up here. Lyx with a beautiful defense. Those two scouts of Yo actually really helped out. TheMax, he is at 6 scouts and now adds 3 more. So full production by our Slav player. I'm a bit surprised that they want to go for that. And, well, no spearman here. Is he going for a second stable? Now the blacksmith, still not on gold, is sitting at 200, well, let's say 300 food, 200 gold. You're starting with 300 gold, 100 went away for bloodlines early on. And Villese with the next move in. I just think that Yo with double stable should clear this up though. Is he going for double stable? I only see 1 for now. Now rushes out the second one. I still hate this mining camp. Goes for gold there at the front. Is he going for the other golds? Not really. Next attack here into Lyx's face. And he doesn't have the solid defense against that. Those scouts still without the defense upgrade, but now getting that as well. And Lyx, he is clicking some back, but those are a lot of villagers being forced into the idle time, into the TC to not lose their lives. And now Yo is taking the fight alone while Lyx is camping at home. Let's take a look. Maybe they can clear this up now. It seems like Lyx should clear it up, but maybe with some losses himself could maybe fight this as well. TheMax and Villese have higher numbers, but with the villagers fighting, that should be fine for them. Or is it because more scouts are now coming over as well? Archer's still alive. Archer numbers of Lyx slowly increasing, but oh, it was so needed that Yo did build those scouts to really help out. All the archers are cleared up. Lyx, but not too many losses. 28. We have Yo at 35, and TheMax only now clicks up here. More scouts being produced by TheMax. Now he runs away. Should be faster than the knights of Mr. Yo. They have a lot of control, but where can they really attack? Because Villese, he is having solid crossbow numbers, is very much walled here as well. Maybe wants to get more houses up here. Indeed, completely walled is also TheMax. Want to see a second stable from him. And then those farms could really carry him. Nice wall here from Lyx. Needs one more at the top. That is not started properly. And those villagers, low HP ones in there, not really. But those scouts, well, +1 defense and bloodlines. It's not that easy to fight those down. Let's take a look. Do we see another loss? Not really. 1 knight. And I really want to see the CA production started from our Hans player now. But need to get onto gold first. 30 villagers, only 1 idle. Second TC now finished. This is going to be a tricky spot for him. We have Mr. Yo trying to get some counterattacks done here, but Villese is already over here and could snag some villagers. Is going for ballistics, and then 3-4 villagers could die here potentially. We will take a look at that. Meanwhile, we have the go at that side from Mr. Yo. Shouldn't really get too much done. And now the move in here. Let's take a look. It's before ballistics, so could be a bit better if the villagers run away. And we see not a single villager dying. How did that happen? Oh boy, maybe waiting for ballistics could have helped him out. And then he could have, I believe, snagged at least 3 there. Now Lyx still with 35 villagers. Can go for some stragglers. That's the only option he has at the moment. Yo, now using the market a bit. And knights are coming over. +2 defense for him on the way. What are the rules for sling? Only allowed in Imperial Age. Okay, now he gets the kills here. Oh, this is sloppy by Lyx. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And snipes that one, snipes that one. Oh god. All 5 going down there. That was just so rough for him. He is at 33 villagers. I think Yo simply stopped his scout production a bit too early. And then Lyx, without having his walls finished, kind of was forced into dying there. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah. But still, they have a pretty strong composition here potentially if they get into a lot of CA and knights and can do all the damage in Castle Age. Mali and Eco should be pretty much incredible as well. Now going for 3 TCs. The others are still playing with 1 now. The second one added for Villese on the field here. And that's why I think they need to deliver some damage pretty soon. 30 TC now for Villese as well. Max is still playing it with 1 TC, doesn't really have the stone for it. Goes for another mining camp. Interesting. Where do we see army on the field? Let's take a look. The Max is behind Red's base. Yeah, with only 2 scouts. That's not the most important thing. And some sheep. Big attack is now coming through the center though, and Knights of Mr. Yo are going for the attack, missing that TC, and I am not sure how much damage they will get done. Meanwhile, we have the attack coming over here at the front, and that will be again some villagers dead. Lux, why are you sending the villagers again to the front? This is so ugly for him, and now with ballistics, he is just shredding through those. The Knights are moving in as well. Lux with a defensive lumber camp could have saved so many lives here, and this is ugly. Meanwhile, let's take a look how many wolves we will see die here, and this is with forging, so only 4 hits needed against all those. This will be a bloodbath on both sides. Oh man, Villese will drop on heavily here with his numbers, and those are kind of exposed as well. So if Yo just decides to go to the top, that could have been good for him, but some crossbows are scaring him away. Meanwhile, Lux is losing more villagers here, wanted to go to that side, and he's down to 28 villagers here at the 27-minute mark, and remember, we're starting Feudal Age, so that makes it even rougher. And yeah, now losing more villagers, not all can fit into the TC. Apparently double click sends me to the left hand side of the map, and well, some more raids in the back here. Overall villager count is super even, but Yo needs to carry this. 23 villagers only for Lux. He cannot provide any help. This is all about Mr. Yo now and his production. Let's take a look. He is adding some more stables, wants to go for more production. He needs to get more production. He has to, will go for 4. 3 TCs running for him, 73 villagers, and he kind of needs to play a 2v1 now. This is his full out attack. We have the Max playing with only 1 TC though, so maybe the eco might be fine for him, but military numbers not that nice for him. 17 against 28 and 18. It's not like he can easily dominate this game. Hippo's now even fighting against him. He is taking reasonable fights against the Max, who's sitting at +1, +2. He himself is having +1, +2 as well. Night production is continuing here quite nicely. He's producing 3 at a time, 3 villagers at a time as well. On the other side, we have 8 crosswomen queued up though for Villese, so he will increase his numbers quite nicely. The Max now bought himself 100 stone, is building his first extra TC. Whew. Yo, he needs to carry 4 as well. He needs to carry for his team, otherwise they will go down 2-0. Nice little advantage here and getting some snipes. Yo, some of his farms being idled. How can he ever take a reasonable engagement? Lots of his knights are on the other side, but the Max is sending more over as well. Now an aggressive barracks even. What are we seeing? +1 defense for the infantry. Scale mail armor on the way. So that might be a halberdier ram or halberdier siege push, something like that, against a guy who goes only knights. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. Crossman now intercepting some of the knights, and Mr. Yo, he's trying to take this one. Let's take a look. Overall military is a bit more HP for Yo. Maybe just waiting for the +2 attack and then wants to take the big fight. He is having solid numbers. 25 knights against 50 knights and 26 crossmen. Capture Age providing us with all the needed stats here. Now some more knights are joining the party. More army from the left hand side, not really coming. Now 27 knights. And he's going for the big attack. Oh god, this is Mr. Yo. He is trying to go for it. Let's take a look if he can take a solid hill advantage here. Is pushing Villese away. He is trying to take a good fight in between those houses, but will get smashed down here. Let's take a look how Yo will take this fight. Looks pretty good. Some of the knights in the top not really doing too much. We have one monk now joining the party. Is getting a conversion most likely in the back here. Is now going for a knight in the front, and I think Yo is just smashing this one quite nicely. CA coming in the back, should maybe snipe this monk, and it just feels like they still have so much more here. Yo is pushing in, but now some pikemen around, which should get sniped by the CA, which could have been around a bit earlier. This was a pretty beautiful fight for sure. What a nice one here by Mr. Yo. getting his team back into the game. CA numbers still not looking too great though. No bloodlines there either. And Yo needs to go back. If only we had Lyx with some CA support. If he had like 8 to 10 CA a bit earlier, this could have been so solid. Nice instant conversion. And CAs are all going down. Whew, Mr. Yo heavily carrying this one. Has 93 villagers, but Lyx only at 36. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing that he can provide for his team. 3 archer rangers here. Oh no, no bloodlines. I don't think he has ballistics. He has 11 CA on the map. That's all that he can deliver. Pop 50. All the others are roughly around pop 100. 2 TCs here, and Yo, he's building a defensive castle, so he will be super fine. Can maybe even think about going to Imp then. 4 CC for Villese. With his resources, Villese can click up to Imp as well pretty soon. Interesting. I think Yo should be losing this quite heavily. I'm surprised that he's staying here, maybe to focus on the raids in the back. His eco looks pretty solid, is now on the way to Imp as we expected. So is Villese though, and then we will have Arbalest against all those Cavaliers. Well, that conversion is not going to happen. Now even adding some Gebettos. Okay, Gebettos incredibly good against the Monk Pike push. Let's take a look at how they will perform against Arbalest though. Only players that are in Imp can sling. He can sling a player that is still in Castle Age. So Yo over booming might be a good option here to get Yo on his Lyx on his feet as well. Who's now pushing though quite nicely. Is clearing up all those crossmen. Tries to take the hill advantage. Couldn't really get it because they formed a nice line. And well, that villager might even get the siege workshop up. Let's take a look. +2 defense now on the way. We still have Lyx. Well, only lacking the last defense upgrade for him. But only pop 54 for him. That doesn't look great. Now both Finns way higher in the population. Look at that. Losing all the CA now. Knights are coming over to clear this up. But will that be enough? Yo goes for +1 defense. Maybe he goes into champions? Actually, champions would be a perfect answer to the Max and Villese army. But the switch is so unintuitive. He has Malians. He could go for +7 defense. He's getting a defensive siege workshop out. How many barracks does he have? Only 1. And not really attacking in that direction, I believe. Gebettos don't feel right against Arbalest either. Oh god, champ cards could be so good, but I don't really see him having enough time to go for the switch as well. Now we have the Max and Villese going for another attack at the right hand side. Villese is him, and he's continuing. Yo and Lyx are GGing this one. GG, what a great game number 2 here. I think it was the mistake that Lyx and Yo kind of counted on their team wall, but the team wall wasn't set up. Yo already thought about going up to Castle Age, and the Max and Villese just continued to smash here in Feudal Age and could do so much damage to poor Lyx, who, yeah, couldn't really win the 2v1 fight, lost way too many villagers, and then, well, just stayed for too long, in my opinion, on the front wood line. Maybe could have gone a bit better to the back and save those villagers. Very aggressive play by the Max and Villese, absolutely lovely, and they are taking the 2-0 lead here. And well, we will take a look into what is game number 3 going to be. This is again, I believe, the home map of the Finns. Graveyard. So they want to play a more defensive game, I believe. This is kind of weird. Kind of weird. But well, let's take a look at the achievements first. The Max highest in score. Yo with the most kills there in the big fight. He was about to pull it back, but Lyx simply couldn't deliver it enough. Yo did give himself quite a good chance. I think the champ card switch in the end could have been a good option, but they simply ran out of time for that. Interesting game number 2 here on Arabia. And yeah, I think I will let them play the colors for the end of the series, and will tell the others in the other series to pick either even colors or uneven colors, so that we won't have stuff like this happening again. Can you describe the overlay bar? So through what all numbers are, please. I can do that next game again. Sure. Hera is in this tournament. He is playing together with Liereyy and Hearttt. Can we see KD more often? Okay, I can add that a bit more. What's wrong with the colors? Well, orange and red are pretty similar. Teal and blue are pretty similar, and they fought against each other. So it wasn't that easy to see who was winning at what point. That's what we maybe would have loved to improve a bit more. I hope there's a way to highlight splash damage area and capture age. I think that shouldn't be a problem, yeah. If you don't zoom in and out constantly, it's a lot easier to keep track of colors in armies. Isn't that so? A lot of people want me to zoom in and out, so it's tricky. This is looking like a great tourney so far. Thanks! I'm hoping to deliver great entertainment to you. I hope the Finns win Clash of the Hippo 5. Well, they have a tough bracket, right? If they win the semifinals, they're looking great, yeah. Hello, first time tuning in on the channel. Can someone explain to me what event is this? Age of Empires 2. 2v2 event with 8 of the greatest teams in the world. And they are playing... starting in Feudal Age, medium resources, which isn't pretty standard. And will happen over this whole weekend. Are you satisfied with the viewer numbers currently? Well, it's not the most important thing, right? I think we had front page. Otherwise, I wouldn't drop to, go to 2K. I was guaranteed front page. I have no idea if we actually had it, but seems pretty fine. But yeah, for this early hour, let's see if we can break. Like, if Secret is playing, maybe later 4K would be the dream. Yeah. You're nailing this nearly. Loving it. Already made up my mind. I'm not moving over off the couch today. Sounds great. And okay, Spec delay at 120, and they jumped into or out of the game. And yeah, Yo and Lyx both picked Berbers. Oh, okay. Okay, well, those Finns. Okay, yeah, this was the upcoming map is Graveyard. We have endless amount of relics, quite an easy wall, Team Acropolis and Rift Island if we go into game number 4 and 5. We were picking Mongols and Berbers. Yeah, so... Finns can pick... oh wait, let me see. Who wants to play Berbers? Okay, so now the problem is, now it gets tricky, right? SY both picked Berbers. So I cannot allow them to pick a civilization freely. Me Mongol. Okay, yeah, that's, I cannot allow this because then it could be an advantage for them. So Omi can pick Civ for Mr. Yo. Yeah, you're so close today? No, it's only bigger. This is an ugly spot, but yeah, I think that's a pretty easy decision for me. So I can repeat it for you as well. Kanos, thanks for $5. So what happened? TheMax and Villese picked correct civilizations, and SY both picked Berbers. This could just be used as an advantage, and they could just pick Berbers, see what the enemy is going for, and then say, we wanted to pick this and that. I don't think SY wanted to do that, but simply to protect the enemy team that this could be abused, I will allow Lyx to play Berbers, and Suomi can now pick a civilization for SY, and they went for Turks. So SY has to play Turks and Berbers. Do you pay the rest of the prize pool if it doesn't fill up? Yes. 1k is the guarantee I'm doing, and $300 is the guarantee Capture H team is doing. What are the rules for Civ? Free pick, no repeat. And Turks Jenny tours. That would be good. Should have chosen Vietnamese. I think Vietnamese aren't that bad. You have very strong archers, can instantly go onto them. You see where the enemy is, can decide on where you place your buildings. Donate to your channel to increase the prize pool. Exactly, that's how it works, as you can see at the bottom here. Lux will stay Berbers, exactly, and Mr. Yo will have to play Turks. Turks should be good in post-imperial. Well, if we get onto that, yeah. Joseph, and now we can see the $10 increased here. Thank you so much for your support. Why is Viper not playing with DauT? Betrayed? I don't know. They just messaged me and signed up this way. Also, maybe then Slam could not have played, or TaToH. How would they form if DauT played with Viper? Slam TaToH isn't really a team that I would see. So, yeah, I'm happy that 2 secret teams joined here. And yeah, the main event of the evening will be sick. DauT and Slam against Liereyy and Hearttt. It's going to be a really interesting series for sure. Okay, my buddy is ready for game number 3. DauT and Slam is better than Secret A anyways. Well, we'll see about that. Slam close to the others. In skill, if it's not a tournament, yes. Location-wise, no. Is it the first set of games? No. We already have MBL and Nicov advancing against Heresy. Speculate down to 40 seconds, so we can jump into this any second here. And TheMax and Villese will play their desired civilizations. Yo will have to play Turks. Lux is playing Berbers. Miscommunication there by SY. Kind of ugly for them, but something we will have to go. What's the schedule for today? Look down below in the schedule, and then there you will get all your information. And well, I will load up Capture H, and here we go, guys. Game number 3. TheMax and Villese with 3 match points. Clash of the Hippo 5 quarterfinals happening here on Graveyard, a map with a lot of wood. Yo and Lux with the double Berber pick and now forced into Turks. We have teal and orange in the bottom. That is TheMax and Villese picking Malians and Chinese. And at the very top, we have Mr. Yo and Lux playing Berbers and Turks. Let's take a look. Opening here with a stable, I assume. And Chinese is pretty strong here because you're instantly starting with 3 extra villagers. Best on Eldorado, but we won't have Eldorado. So Villese should have the best eco. He is opening with something that I cannot click. Is my H still running? No. That's weird, guys. I sometimes don't know what's happening. Oh no, my H is... yeah, my H crashed. So I'm not sure if the mod is the problem here, that my H is crashing over and over again. But... yeah. Things I have to work with. La 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 la, la 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 la. Graveyard's next. And H crashed again for me. Interesting. So maybe I will need to reinstall the mod for tomorrow, but for now we will try to fight our way through this here. And I'm a bit surprised that this is happening. Maybe Capture H is doing something with that as well, but we had a test stream yesterday and nothing happened there in, well, that was problematic like this at all. So I'm a bit surprised. Do Turks get thumping and botkin stuff? Yes, they do. And capture age. Here we go. And let's jump into the live action again. Sorry for all the issues here that we sometimes have. It is still using a lot of new mods and some stuff that we can't control at all times. Let's take a look. We have the stable opening from Yo, the stable defense from TheMax, as you can see. Archer defense here at the side from Villese, and he's trying to defend the scout opening from Liereyy at the side, who will probably try to go for a lot of knights later on, and is maybe trying to get onto a lot of raids here. Villese is actually pulling back the villagers home, and well, let's take a look. Liereyy might snag one here. Meanwhile, TheMax just seems very much walled and feels fine. One villager snagged here at the side, and we should jump into the live action pretty soon, and then all the lagging stops as well. Interesting quote by TheViper, that DauT needs to play a bit more seriously because he cannot trash talk that much with Slam. Fletching now for Villese. Liereyy is going for double Bact, so the first one who goes for any eco upgrades here. Villese sending another villager, trying to get safe here, and then he should be fine with his arena, as we can see. Walled behind here, and as I said, Graveyard's quite a wallable map, as you can see, tight areas all around, and Yo is actually going for a bit of a bigger wall. Wanted to include his gold here at the front, and the question is, where will he wall after this? Could be a big team wall in between the two players, like this area, but this is quite big. I think it might be easier to just wall himself. Tricky to say. We will see about that. I was hoping Liereyy would just fumble and mess up the UI and not have crashes. Still enjoying the tournament, of course. Thanks. Yeah, as I said, I'm not too sure what the issue is here. It feels like it has to be the mod or something on Woobly related, because capture age is loading it quite smoothly at all times, so I'm a bit confused. I think a diagonal gate would have been the better spot here for Villese. Maybe he couldn't place one. Archers now moving out. What's the defense here for Liereyy? Both stable openings. Maybe not the prettiest thing. Honestly, like, yeah, Turks, they cannot really go on to Arbalest too well, right? Maybe Game Ranger. Game Ranger could have been the solve of all problems, yeah, most likely. Okay, now let's take a look. Yo is maybe taking the first fight here, and you wanted to see KD a bit more often, then I will give you that. And well, we see TheMax running away from the two Finns. Archers are around here, and we see overall that would be a quite even fight when it comes to HP, but that won't really happen. Now another X, they see the archers. Yo is coming, and no, Yo is chasing all the scouts at the top here, running away for Liereyy, and now SY is splitting each other off. Liereyy, uh-oh, that's not great, that's not great. Now the Finns combined. SY split off. Let's take a look. Do we see the big engagement here? Might be an option to see this happening, and nice position here by Villese for sure. TheMax is protecting it. Bloodlines for Liereyy on the way. Let's take a look. Upgrades. Only some wood upgrades for the Finns, for SY. Farm upgrade for Villese. Nothing else so far. Aggression now to the front. Blacksmith by Liereyy. Maybe wants to go for the +1 defense. Again went for the aggressive wood line. Why isn't he going for the one in the further back? Okay, he's super safe here. Did wall all that area off as well. Wants to get some more here. Did not do that for now. And look at that perfect positioning again by Villese. That's just so nice. Villagers could lose their lives. Tries to micro those around. And he gets that done. Remember when ECL was about to be played on Game Ranger instead of Woobly? Yeah. Well, we did all the testing, right? I knew for a month, and we... Oh god, yeah, that was stressful testing. Must have been hell for Zero Empires as well, for example. Okay, now let's take a look how we see this happening. He wants to squeeze through the stone or in the stone here, but that's not going to happen. And we see nice amount of Villese archers still doing the damage. We have the Max blocking that in front of him quite nicely. And oh boy, getting all the kills here, and it just looks like the Max will stay strong with his numbers. And Lyx, he is losing everything. Yo as well, and oh boy, was that a smash of army here for sure. And suddenly it's 18 military to 0, so Lyx, he needs to wall heavily. Remember, with this mod we won't have any stone walls and stone gates in Castle Age. We are only Feudal Age. We are only starting with 30 stone, so defensive towers aren't really an option either. Now clicking here. Let me see. Let me see if I can just quickly fix something, and now we can hear the sound probably a bit better. Ah yeah. Oh, can we? Not really. I still can't hear the Max. Pretty weird. That house at 703 HP. And Mr. Yo up to Castle Age. Congratulations to that. Goes on to another archer range. But does he want to go into crossbowman? Not really. So that's a CA transition. And Chinese, well, they will have a lot of archers out. Military count still 23 to 0. We have another villager going down. And, well, that is going to be broken pretty soon as well. Only 90 HP on that house. 75 on the other one. So villagers really need to get some HP on there. It will be broken pretty soon as well. Lyx is up to Castle Age. They played this super greedy. Again, trying to set up the walls, but are simply not going for this early enough. And okay, now breaking through here. Left hand side stays active. And how can Lyx ever defend this? Tries to get more houses up. Needs to get some more houses in between that area as well, though. And the Max and Villese, they are not too far behind in Castle Age either. So that won't really be a big timing window for the Chinese players, where they think, okay, now we can really do this. One archer here to scare those scouts away. Oh man, Lyx, he's in big trouble. And those crossmen, they can, soon to be crossmen, can just put themselves over here, block all the gold spots. And Lyx is just in no real position to keep on his production. Is going for the second stable now, loses another villager, and as we can see, villager count is now 9 ahead for the Finns, and they don't have any idols. Military count 28 to 1. Yo is now Castle Age. Congratulations to that. CA production did start, as we can see. I'm just waiting for more stables from Lyx to finally start the night production. He's going for some, but well, okay, luckily for them, Villese is going back and tries to find another angle. The Max is going for double stable as well. Lyx indeed popped 29 out of 105. Did build so many houses here. Oh man. I think that's underrated by the Slavs as well, by the way. If you just rush out a stable, you don't need to build a house. For quite some time. Okay, lost that one, and okay, now solid night production here. Lyx is moving forward. We have the Max reaching Castle Age now. CAs, what can they get done? Trying to move forward. Husbandry for them. We have Botkin Arrow, +1 defense already, Bloodlines. So those CA, they can actually be quite okay-ish here. Mass Knights. Maybe CA and all the Massive Knights can achieve something, but still, the Finns are sitting behind walls, will get ballistics pretty early. The Max, even with a big flock of scouts that won't do too much, now going on to camels as well. And against camel crossmen, just mass crossmen could be pretty good, but we won't see that happening. Lyx now with the +1 defense here. Chopping away, not too much happening at the moment. As we can see, all players somewhat walling themselves. CA is patrolling here. Crossmen now coming over into the direction of the Max though. And maybe with combined armies, they will try to make another go. Yo is now going for ballistics as well, and we have the axe here. And yeah, I want to explain the overlay again. Villager number, military number. Then we have combined numbers and how much space we have. Wood count, food count, gold count, stone count. And in the other overlays, we have the army value. How much % of that is in gold army? How many units did you kill? How many units did you lose? And how many resources are we getting per minute? No stone income for anyone except Villese. He has a second TC, Mr. TheMax. Everyone else has only one. And now we see some brutal kills here. Let's take a look. And oh god, the army value is not even close. Where is Lux? Okay, now he could join the party. And Knights and CA, they could maybe get something rolling, but it just feels like Villese and TheMax are just looking way too strong here. Let's take a look how they will move in. Now trying to fight down those two archer, or the 3 archer ranges. Should maybe even snack some villagers on that siege workshop. The TC would help out so much more. CA now getting into the back, but where are the Knights? They're still on the outside, and Lux, well, he doesn't have the greatest production either. Still the very poor eco with only 40 villagers, lost way too much against all that early aggression. Yo again with the open lumber camp, and I'm still surprised how open SY is building their lumber camps, and they will just lose some units here, as you can see. 2, 3 sniped again, and the archer range will most likely fall. The production now 1 mangonel, getting some stuff done. 1 archer, 14 CA. We have 41 crossbowmen on the field for Villese. He still has some sitting at home, goes for another TC, but that's a damn scary army. Snipes that archer quite easily, and I believe Villese. How are his resources looking? Enough food. Only needs to get some more gold. And he is quite heavily on gold. Let's take a look. How is his income looking? We have 170 gold per minute for him, so it doesn't need to wait too long to get Imperial Age as well here. Oh, whoops. Where do I want to go? I want to go over here. And now the move in against all those archers, but most of them make it into the TC. Defensive monastery now on a map where we have like 17 relics all around the map. Could be quite a good option to go for those nice and early. Push over here at the left-hand side might continue. And again, the SY players sending so many villagers to the front. I don't understand that. How many villagers did they lose to Villese game after game in those situations? Lux, aggressive siege workshop. Don't really see that working out too well with TheMax having his camel numbers out on the field. Husbandry now coming over. TheMax going for heavy blows. The A numbers look pretty scary. But look at that combined population, 140 to 200 here. The Finns, they are looking like they can maybe make it another 3-0. Can't capture age show us the relic count. They can show us the collected relic counts, namely 1. And if I scroll out and select everything, it can show us 21 relics. Yes, on the whole field. 5 wolves, 11 deer, but we want to see the big fight as well, right? And actually, oh, the Villese is pretty much out of position here, and this is a big fight against TheMax. I think once the crosswomen are coming over, it feels like SY needs to disengage, though it's so many camels here on the top. The mangonel got sniped as well, and GG here by SY. Turks simply lacking the power. They again went for a very early castle age. The Finns, they just continue producing army, knocking at the front over and over again. And yeah, they are just the guys really putting on the pressure in the area of SY and forcing them to take bad fights after bad fights. Or actually like lose villagers, build an endless amount of houses. Then you reach castle age maybe 1.5 minutes earlier. But if you cannot produce, that won't help you anyways. Meanwhile, Yo, he didn't go into the greatest army. But they didn't have the greatest feudal age army composition with Berbers and Turks regardless. So a bit of a miscommunication might have costed them the game. 3-0 here for the Finns. They are going through quite nicely. I will update the scoreboard. Map number 4 and 5, Team Acropolis and Rift Island will not be seen here today. And we will also take a look into the achievements. TheMax with the most kills here, 33 to 18. The last engagement was so nice for him. Yo only got 7 kills in a 27-minute Feudal start game. Only 7 kills is not really what you need on a competitive level here. Did have quite a lot of wood for himself, but, well, the faster Castle Age, as I said, yeah, they reached Castle Age with 0 military though. As you maybe know, the light colors is economy, the dark color is military. And as you can see, 0 military for blue, 0 military for red. And the others, they were just increasing and, well, overwhelming last fight for them. Oh god. Achievements. So what I wanted to show. Sorry. I will show it to you again. Sorry. Yeah. But as you know, light colors and dark colors, so no 0 military here at all for Yo and Lyx, and they just got smashed there and, well, couldn't really get onto the prettiest ones. Rally count for TheMax out of 1 out of 21. Lyx and Yo couldn't really catch up with villagers and the faster Castle Age timing there. Nasty timeline indeed. 7 kills only. Not enough. Not enough. TheMax+Villese with a pretty solid performance. Picking the right civilization helped. And also with strong Feudal Age aggression. Exactly what you need to do. And, well, the Finns just a bit too greedy in my opinion. Without the Finnish team walls, without the greatest maps, just go into more army and then you have some more control. They're just given so much control in the hands of the Finns in my opinion. But that's just me, right? And yeah, let's take a look into the brackets that I can update now as well. We have the Finns. Where are they? Winning 3-0 against Yo and Lyx. That's weird. And therefore they are advancing into... well, let's say Villese is that, TheMax is that. Yeah, they're advancing and they will play against the winner of the next series that is happening in 8 minutes? What? Okay, then my schedule was really bad. Oh no, it's 1 hour. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. And yeah, those are the next 2 series coming up. TheViper and TaToH against Bact ACCM, and the main event of the evening, DauT and Slam against Liereyy, Hearttt and Hera. To me it looked maybe Somi had their game plan and preparation 2 steps ahead, as Y looked a bit unprepared. Potentially, I think it's tough to judge, because if the walls are there and the Finns aren't going for that much army, then they go into Castle Age with the slight advantage, right? Hera, Hearttt, it's 3 people. We will see about that. Hera, Hearttt and Liereyy on the team. We will see who plays. How important is it to combine resources of the team? You have to ask the developers. I think it wasn't that important, but we had space there. I didn't know what other thing we could have done. Maybe KD. Yeah. Whoever did all the remixes did a great job. That's actually Age of Empires 2 soundtrack, so thank... or Age of Empires 1 DE soundtrack, maybe. So thank Microsoft for that. Well, this should be the perfect tournament for Hera with scouts right away. He looked strong. We did a show match. Heresy against MBL and Hera, and they just smashed Heresy away. Okay, next series will be... I can reset the maps as well. TheViper and TaToH. And they didn't win a map yet. And they will play against... let's see who plays. Let's go with Bact and Stark for now. and see who actually comes up later on. Next game should be in 1 hour. Yes, at least that's the schedule. I don't expect players to be that much earlier. And ACCM is here, Stark is here. At least they're playing in other games, so they should be in time. I think Viper and TaToH are very much known to be in time as well. And yeah, so that shouldn't be delayed. I will try to get some entertainment in between. Maybe I will play a game. Maybe I will cast. Not casting. I think playing some would be nice. What is an optimal village allocation for Feudal start? Meta details? We don't know. We don't know. That's the big thing about this tournament, right? That the meta isn't really that developed yet. And people have to figure that out on their own. Oh, next match. Ah, interesting. Let me see. We have to put in 1 hour as well. Here we go. Do you know who else is also known to be always on time? DauT. Haha. Okay, where are the other players here? Can we find a good game for us? Oh yeah, well we can just play a top team game then. And fill some time till the next series starts. If they play with me. Let's see about that. So, next series will be TheViper plus TaToH versus Bact plus Stark at 17 GMT. So that's an hour. In an hour. Okay, we are in a team game with TaToH, MBL, Hera, ACCM and such, and we'll just get smashed there. Nearly is not amused by who? The DauT thingy. Hearttt is pretty good at cavalry as well. Yeah. What is an optimal? Okay, I answered that. DauT is never late nor early. He arrives precisely when he means to. DauT is everything. He's the alpha and the omega. Oh, we didn't say the. Indeed, brackets aren't updated, but I can give you another look there. I will update. I will send you another. Or from tomorrow to today, I can maybe update that. Pogwarts, thanks for the 100 biddies. The Viper TaToH against Bact Stark will be coming up pretty soon. MBL wants to start, but okay, now we are 8 players. Prediction for next games? I think the Viper and TaToH will even try to experiment a bit, and I think that they still should win 3-0. They are the clear favorites for me. It's seed number 1 against seed number 8, right? And we already had 2 3-0s. Huh. Interesting. Ask you, was the 3 maximum number of a player allowed per team? No, I allowed 4, but no one did sign up with 4. And Summers, NC bad. Sorry that I forgot. Actually, it's really bad that you donated here, but thanks for paying anyways. MQ. ACCM will prove you wrong. I hope so. I hope so. Can we get fetched up in a tournament as a final boss? No. Yeah, I don't see Bact and Stark taking more than 1 game. Yeah, most likely. Settings seem to give a huge importance to the preparation, it's great. Yeah, we already had MBL Nicov playing show matches. We had the Finns playing a show match, so that really helped them out, I believe. Stark Micro will prove us wrong. Okay. But we'll see. Viper and TaToH, big favorite for Clash of the Hippo 5. Maybe not big favorite, but favorite, yeah. Think, yeah. It's likelier that they will win than anyone else. Yeah, I think I can show you my pretty face a bit more, and then we will jump into the game. We need to rejoin anyways. Still a bit confused about the drops. Only reason we watch for the eye candy anyway. Stop it, you. Stop. They're a team to beat for sure, but I have my fingers crossed to Omi and the real secret. The real secret, you say? Okay. Confused? What are you confused about? Yeah. That's another level, right? Okay, so it will be TaToH, Hera, MBL, and me against ACCM, Vivi, Bact, and Yo. So pretty strong lineup. And again, H crashed. That is really weird. I think Capture H is really doing something to me. Bit weird. And what do we want to go for? Life? I think we could actually go into TeamSpeak as well, all four of us. But seems like we're all just randomly playing now. In an hour we will have the Viper and TaToH against Stark and Bact. We have Indian flank. Obviously would love to have that as the pocket, but hey. Bact resigned. Why didn't you tell Memp about Clash of the Hippo before I zone? I did. I did to everyone. He was the only one not realizing. And got really mad. We had a Discord group where I posted all the info. And after I announced, he instantly left. Neely's rating in 1v1, I am 2-181 at the moment. So, like number 60 in the world when it comes to rating or something. Number 70, I believe, something like that. If we counted all the Smurfs, maybe number 40. Bact error screen. Bact smashing all F4 instead of F3 to pause. Yeah, most likely. Is this higher than Viper actually? No, Viper should be 2.3k at the moment. Or 2290. Is he online? Not anymore, no. Tough experiment. Can AoE noob stream as well? Obviously they can. DauT continues after Clash of the Hippo 5, right? Yes. They were so nice to pause for 1 week for me, which is really, really nice by Lanchi. Really thankful for that. If I constantly get 1 elo a day, while nearly gains none, I eclipse him easy. That's true. How long did it take you to be 2K, man? Like 2 years? 3 years, maybe? Maybe 3 years? 2K was worth way more at the time. Like you needed to learn so much more to be 2K than nowadays. Viper said on stream that he will play in killer mode and come back to 2.6, 2.7 soon. Yeah, I heard that as well. I like the idea of sharing income of the casters during the games to increase the prize pool. All the big streams had participated. I hope so. I hope so. It's all the players that are streaming and the casters as well, so that should be pretty sweet. ODM tournament around. It was super fun to watch the last one, especially semis and finals. I know, it was one of the most enjoyable tournaments for me as well, but for now it isn't like the most exciting thing. Yeah. Spring says the opposite. Nowadays 2Ks are way better than in the past. Yeah, that is not a contradiction. It's 2Ks are better, but to get to 2K is so much easier today than in 2002 when I broke it. How much hippo would a hippo if a hippo could hippo? Many hippos, I would say. Who's the best heresy player? Dogao. Pretty sure about that. Pretty sure. Who would you say are the best DM players? Any place where I could follow them? It's an intriguing game mode, but quite rare. TheViper is the best player. Then the COTH. Then Kellen, if he played. Then probably me and Rubenstock. Then probably tricky to say. Team games, TaToH maybe. Tempo is a beast. Wayne, yeah. Yeah, TaToH could be top 10. Influenza? No. Influenza doesn't play DM. You're confusing him with someone else within. What's DM? Deathmatch. Starting with 20,000 food, 20,000 wood, 10k gold, 5k stone in Imperial Age. Improvise played incredibly good, yeah. Well, DauT clearly isn't out there. So, okay, let's rejoin. And then we can go. Who do you think is better, Viper, Knowledge, or Jitba? All at their prime, of course. Viper. It's not even close. Oh, well, it is somewhat close. Knowledge was really good as well. Jitba clearly isn't. Like, Bender is before Jitba. Jitba is probably the 4th best DM of all time. Yeah, I would go with number 4. Kellen is Knowledge, indeed. And he's incredible. Okay, let's play one. Who on the Mount Rushmore of AO2? Well, for me, K-Cap, Grant, probably TheViper, And it's 4, right? Spirit of the Law. How is DM fundamentally different from RM? Well, it's different. Chris, only because he's Canadian. You traitor. Well, isn't Spirit of the Law Canadian as well? Or is he American? US American. Jitper is pre-2013 era, absolutely top, went a lot since then. Very really tests, of course. Well, he didn't win a lot of deathmatch tournaments, actually. A lot of people overvalue him. Like, he didn't beat Bender in his prime. In all the Juno Cups, he always got second. So then he was kind of even with the Viper. And then the next tournament, he loses to Kellen. So, yeah. I think Chris can't be. No, maybe DauT, maybe. Viper, DauT, Grunt, and K-Cap. I would go with that, yeah. Chris for the Lost Slam, Mentalist, and Hera. Yeah, maybe.
Start the game already!
Best CBA player of all time? I don't know. Should I go back as well? Would make sense, right? Dave Cook asking Clash of the Hippo? I would be open to that. Maybe I should have rejoined. I might have lagged later. Do you ever figure out how to get ranged attack houses? No. Oh, Goth Pocket, that's pretty ugly. Could be worse though. Hera, don't get error. What is Hera? Turk Pocket. Turks! TaToH is super far away from me. Oh boy. We can push a lot of deer if we find any. Okay, they're over there. Can just run under it. Hey. What's he doing? How can I get an overview over the bot commands? Exclamation mark help. What does it mean, Hera? Don't get an error. Well, it was Bact getting an error before, and that's why his Age of Empires closed or something, or he resigned. And Hera said, okay, next time I get a bad civilization, I will have an error as well. And now MBL said, Hera, please don't get an error because he had Turk's Pocket. Oops, sir. Don't really want to attack that boar. How long has he been idle? Please don't tell me. And how shouldn't I have more? That's quite some lag, boys. Not the greatest. Oh god. Don't really want to kill that boar. At least not yet.
war. Jägere. Jägere. Jägere.
Okay. That should be fine. The boar should come around at one point.
Heiße, das war. Jägere. Heiße, das war.
The deer, obviously.
Ja, dass ich soll. Jägere.
Bop.
Das war. Ja, Jägere. Jägereite.
Aztec pocket. Try to be a good teammate and play pop 21.
Hey, ja. Heiße.
Holzer. Hey, ja. Jägere.
Heiße. Woche.
Jägere.
Jägere.
Look at how good my BOs are.
Jäger. Woche. Ja, ja. Woche.
Hey, ja.
Bereit. Woche.
Maybe could have pushed the last year as well. Oh boy. Didn't I send only 2 there? And the other one at the other side? I think that's what I at least intended to do.
Hey, ja. Bereit. Holzer.
No idea what they are, who they are at our side. Aztec was on the other side, so we have Britain, Saracen, Japanese. I'm not super scared of any of those civilizations. Japanese probably the best in imp against me. Oh yeah, Hera. That's what is. I was pretty sure I was lacking one. Because I pushed the deer so early.
Ja, du wäre.
Really want to get a hit there.
Hey, ja, du wäre.
Oh no, I got at least one. Oh, that's already ugly. Weiter Spielbett! TaToH! Really? Trying to bait them out a bit. Any low HP builds that we can snack? Oh god. Oh, don't give me another hit, okay. Look at that beautiful team ball. Aren't we nice?
Ja.
Walling here, walling there. Could wall in his villager, but not a good mute today.
Ja. Ja. Du wäre.
We could actually even hold this open, right?
Ja. Das ist Holzer.
Holzer. Du wäre. Du wäre.
Blueberry.
Hmm. That shouldn't really work. I think we need to go even further. Or do we go to ACCM? Is that Bact even? Oh, that's... I'm a bit confused who our opponents are.
Over.
Hover. Bereite.
Over. Bereit. Das ist soll. Du wäre.
I think this is somewhat of a passive game, so I won't send too many on gold. And just...
Wood, please.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
Let's just try to get 2 villager kills and we should be happy. Do we get any low HP ones? Not really, right?
Das ist soll.
Heise. Blueberry.
Hmm. Maybe we can snack some more here that are now back. Let's see, does he have a low HP one? Not really, let's go for the one in the back and let's just pray that he bugs out a bit. 2 more hits. Oh no, 1 HP left. Feels nearly, man. Did I not build the blacksmith? I thought I did.
Holzer. 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 Ja. Holzer. Blueberry.
Over.
There's 3 gold there. Not the worst thing in the world. They're going for the university there.
Du wäre.
Well, that's my GG spot. Is that really the fight we want to take? What is happening here? Intense one. One for one trade. Oh, not. Oh, that's ugly for him. Am I not building more houses somewhere? Ground tech, TaToH. Hit me! Come gold! It's only 120, right? Yeah. Bit confused.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Over.
Heiße, ouvert.
Rete. Bouvere.
Ouvert, ouvert. Ouvert.
Okay. Yeah, he saved me.
Bouvere. Bouvere.
Ja,
Bouvere.
ja. Ouvert, ouvert, ouvert.
Hmm.
Ouvert.
What is that? R.
Ouvert.
Bouvere. Over.
Holzer. Ouvert.
Actually, I think that could be an okay fight for me.
Ja. Ouvert.
Oh,
Das war. Ouvert.
Ja. Rete.
Ouvert, ouvert, ouvert.
Bouvere. Bouvere. Bouvere.
Heiße? Ouvert. Holzer.
I don't need the attack upgrade at the moment.
Hey, ja. Ouvert.
Okay, that went okay. La la la.
Rete. Das war. Ouvert. Das war. Ouvert.
Das ist Holz. Das ist
Heiße. Ouvert. 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 Ouvert.
Holzer.
Oh, I don't have a market to give him gold. Okay, TaToH, can he get onto Chukunus here?
Das ist so. Ouvert. Ouvert. Ouvert.
I need some
Geboren.
barracks in the center of the map somewhere, right?
Bereit.
Ja. Rete.
Just getting shreked here. Really idea what I'm producing. Am I getting reasonable gold somewhere? Not really. Mainly food. I have a solid food eagle. Can all agree on that. But is that what I need?
Das ist so.
Oh no. Is that my gold? Maybe he's not coming over from the other side. And I have 0 stuff against that. I need some wood. Just feels like I have too many villagers, right? How many military I have? 45. Okay, then we need to kill some Okay, I can't kill those.
Holzer.
Okay, we have military actually at reasonable spots. Still wood. And can I sling some? Ah, yeah, I wanted to get. I want to give TaToH or the Stonewalls coinage finishes. And let's see if can I get the trap in the back? Would be funny. That would be good for us. I cannot really produce too much here. Oh, but I found a relic somewhere. Hello. Oh, it's without? That's interesting. Not enough wood, not enough wood! Not enough wood! Not enough wood for a house. And I couldn't build Stonewalls since I'm goth. I think I never had that before in him. Oh man, oh man. Ah, TaToH's killing it. Okay, okay. Good jobby. Then I could use some more barracks at the front. Oh. Give more stone to TaToH.
Wood, please.
And the food eco at the moment. Can I provide anything at the other side? Just feel useless. But well, Bact probably doesn't have the better army either. boy. Oh, hello, third relic. Let's delete some stuff out of our trade. And give TaToH more stone. We still can't produce anything here. Why? Oh, I should have asked earlier instead of buying wood. Who's nearly, he says. Okay, I just was pretty shocked. Oh, this was an option. Okay, now mass range, so we will just get husk cards rolling for ourselves. And oh, I need the barracks back at home again. Oh no, I don't. How many trade cards do I have? 30 only. I don't need that many with my skulls, but still. Really weird. And where are we getting wood here?
Yes.
Okay, you shouldn't get that much. I think I won't need that monk anymore. Did I have all eco upgrades? Yes, I do as well. Was it really trying to wall there? Something there? Okay, I think I can delete some more villages again. Kinda weird. Okay, I don't need the barrack. Armor camps can be fine. Keep raiding here nearly. Ah, I thought we were messing for the castles. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Focusing them down. Oh, so what is she up to?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm raiding brutally. Noticing an idle villager as well. Something pretty rare. Okay, now I have too many villagers on wood again. What is happening here? What is he up to? LOL! I'm getting converted now. LOL. Okay, I should be getting cleared up here. I think we are just smashing it. Can we squeeze in? Yeah, that's a good lumber camp now. How much go trade cards do we have? 35. I think that's fine for us cards. No, I couldn't protect the ramps properly. Sorry, TaToH. Oh, that's a lot of kills. Noticing idle villager. Not sure if I'm not losing enough or my macro is really on point. Pretty sure it's the first one. Military, all good. Nothing at weird spots. No, siege workshop down. GG! Choo choo! 6 minutes before. Oh. The time. Oh, top score! Resign, 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 resign! Yo, Vivi! Yo, Vivi! Yo, 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 yo! Resign! Quick, 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 quick. Can I kill something more? Don't give the building. Yo, please! I don't want to kill. Maybe. Oh, no, 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 no. Yo, please! Where can I get something done? No! Yo, please! Okay, I'm still killing some here. Can I get some more done somewhere else? Top score! Easy game, easy life. Nearly carry, as usual. Nothing special to be seen here. Pretty standard game for me from start to end. It was nice that Hera was coming out in Castle Age. Then we got the castle up. Carrying as usual. Clearly most losses in the game. Yeah. We actually got the conversion against the rate of Bact in the trade there. 9k trade profit. How did MPL have more food eco than me? Sick. Look how active I was on the map as well. 3 relics. All great. Sometimes I'm not sure how can I be such a great caster and player at the same time. I like to surprise myself. Okay, let's quickly host. Next game should start in 4 minutes, as you can see in the top. TaToH hosting with 191 viewers. I hope you had a good game over there. And I hope that you will enjoy your time now watching your boy with TheViper against Bact Stark ACCM. It is so modest. Guys, obviously, as you all know, I'm the weakest player out of all 8 of them. And just happy that it looked like I was good. I didn't even have top score, right? ACCM still had more score than me. But I was the highest on the right hand side ranking. Do it serious. Thanks for 7 months. Creeper before that. Quantum Beat. All flying in. Thanks, guys. Cookers with MBL next series. I would be up to that. With Hera as well. I'm not sure if they are actually covering the series. What are they doing? Fantasy number 1. Thanks for your Prime support. Okay, now we're getting into the intense series. Viper and TaToH, Bact, T, Stark. Let's maybe take a look at the bracket if you want to follow that as well. Cookers with Jordan. I would be up for it. No, Jordan won't have time today. He's spending time with his daughter. I don't think that that's his definition of quality family time. What were the seeds? From top to bottom. 2, 7, 6, 3, 1, 8, 4, 5. Two, 7, 6, 3, 1, 8, 4, 5. Or in order from top to bottom, TheViper and TaToH, MBL, Nicov, Liereyy, Hera, TheMax+Villese, Yo+Lyx, DauT Slam, seed number 6, LaaaaaN, Miguel, dogao, seed number 7, Bact, T, Stark, ACCM, seed number 8. Getting hungry, but no time to rest. Might get some more sugar water for myself. Let me see, did someone write me in WhatsApp here? No, not really. Change the stream title. Okay. What is the stream title? Okay, it's actually correct. $19.30 best series today? Yes. That's why I put it at prime time. Main event of the evening. Who were 9th and 10th seed that just missed out? 7M and ACCM. And they did a show match on Wednesday or Tuesday or something. And then Vivi with Playboy got seed 10 and dogao. No, I think they might have even get seed 11s. Seed 10 was Fëanor and Melkor. Yeah. Is Hearttt Peruvian? Yes, he is. As you guys know, the donations go all into the prize pool. If we break it, 50% of that go into the increasement of the prize pool. Still feeling salty about accidentally rooting for Viper during Hidden Cup. Feels bad, man. dogao and Hera are still 2 of my favorite players. 2 of the best of all time. So makes sense. I'm enjoying that. Hearttt started a new full-time job, and it was kind of known that he wouldn't be around. Yeah. Will you keep this grey metallic look in your overlay after the event? Overlay guy promised me to get me a new overlay after NAC 1. So has to be any day now that we get something new. I like this style at the moment, yeah. So maybe we go into that direction. Who's the overlay guy? Baron UKF. Oh, Akalno, because AU2 tournament deserves it. Thank you so much. $60. Supporting our work here and increasing the prize pool potentially. Thank you so much. And everyone else who's chatting around, enjoying their time here. We have Viper, Bact ready. Stark is just reloading the mod. And we have, well, I have no idea what about TaToH. I will get some drink and you will enjoy some music in the background. Let's go with this intense one. Thanks NBL for the host. I thought you were co-casting with me. What happened there? Hera says a lot of no's in his house. How do I picture a lot of no's in his house? Like a huge nose? Or a lot of different noses? I'm weirded out.
Red kit, Habadak, ready on. Red kit, Habadak.
casting during ECL. I already saw those ECL games. Oh, another. Oh god, some donations that I missed. Dodageka coming in with 10 euros. Let's make it around again. And oh no, that's not 10 euros. Then it was 12.54. Philip Boa with $30 and a typical red $10. Surprised that I wrote that. Oh, read that correctly. Noise songs. I like those as well. Hope you all having a wonderful day. Lots more jumpers to come. We are basically halfway through of the day. Are you drinking tea? No. Sugar-free Schwipschwap. If Schwipschwap sees this, I'm open to a sponsor deal. It's basically Matsumix. Isn't the knowledge base larger of AoE 2 though? When it comes to Korean StarCraft players transitioning over, right? I think the level of Age of Empires is way lower than the people think. I think top level StarCraft players are so much better. Language please. Only Mondays are the days where we speak German here. Tuesday till Sunday are the English ones. I had to study all day, but now I can end the day with AoE 2. Isn't that lovely? My slogan for DauT was make DauT qualify again. Everyone with hats. That would be good. Bracket and scheduling dead. Why? When is Suomi? They already did play. Do you watch cricket? No. For me, cricket is as exciting as cricket sounds. When will it start? They can start the draft now. Secret Team A. Didn't Viper get reasonably good at StarCraft 2? Very good. I think he was like top 50 European Grandmaster by playing it far from full time. I think he could have contested from the speed. His decision making obviously was great. I wouldn't be surprised if he went StarCraft full time, that he could have been top 10 Europe. Yeah. Casting AoE 2 for a living and not finding cricket exciting? What do you mean? Someone please donate $254.20 so the pool can be 69.420. What time does the match start? It's scheduled to start 10 minutes ago. All players are ready. And we will have ACCM playing instead of Stark. Well, let's update that in the bracket as well then. What does Korean tower cost? The normal Koreans don't have a reduced tower cost. They just build it faster. So 125 stone, 50 wood. There will be a lot of lag. Potentially. They have reserve players? Yeah. Teams were allowed to play with 2 to 3 players. Okay, now Stark got the mod apparently. Is Jordan here? No, he won't play today. Is 50 wood new with the latest balance? I think like 2 or 3 balance patches ago. We increased it from 25 to 50 wood, yeah. What's your opinion on your YouTube beauty community drama? I didn't catch up with the latest drama. Which is the most OP Civ? Depends on the situation. Okay, Stark wants to program a new mod. Dark Age start, Stonewalls in Dark Age, and start with extra 200 stone. Okay. Just want to spare my emotes. It's actually only Mems and mine. Where can you find the settings of the tournament? On AoE Zone if you want to, but I can also tell you that we are playing a 2v2 tournament. With 8 teams, we're starting in Feudal Age with medium resources and play a mod that gets rid of Stonewalls and Stone Gates in Feudal Age and reduces our stone count to only 30. Players are allowed to stream those games, yes. But with a 2-minute delay. Nearly a boy is a good emote, right? I like that one as well. Okay, 14. Hera's definitely playing the next set. Okay. Then probably with Liereyy, right? Did anyone even consider doing a POV stream? Not for this tournament. People are taking it way too seriously. For ECL, people stream their POVs, yeah. But not for the main event here at the weekend. Waiting for Secret to pick their home map. Microphone still working? Yes, okay. Just hit it. Can someone whisper results? Actually, since it's all one day sitting, it makes sense to show you the results. Why can't I see how many viewers are from each country? I have no idea. It's most of the time a mod that some people put under their streams, and I don't use that one. What three civilizations are considered the worst civs for Standard Arabia? Vietnamese, Khmer. A lot of people hate Goth or Teutons. Turks aren't great. Why do enemies in games always put explosive barrels next to their cover? What?